preparing for the warehouse of the future. Well, joining us today to speak about that, Brian Gaunt, Senior Director of Accelerated Digitalization at DHL Supply Chain. Brian, great to see you. Welcome.
Oh, thank you, Russell.
Brian, clearly the warehouse of the future is coming. So I guess the threshold question is priorities that we need to have, steps that we need to take if we're going to be prepared. What would they be? Walk us through that.
Yeah, absolutely. As you know, the warehouse is a complex environment. So we look at the warehouse as a series of multiple use cases, and we look to find the best solutions for our customer to solve those problems. Partnering with the best vendors in the industry to address those particular use cases to optimize our supply chain.
Well, clearly there are any number of things that folks need to consider right now. One of the things that's top of mind is robotics. Let's talk about robots. Let's talk about what's happening there. Let's talk about the promise of it. Let's talk about where it's going. What do you see happening in the next several years in that area? Robots in a warehouse. What do you say?
Yeah, robotics has really taken off, especially I'd say in the last 3 to 4 years. There's a tremendous investment in supply chain robotics, which makes the space quite exciting. There's, some more mature companies on the market, but there's also a lot of up and comers as well. So looking at robotics, it's not quite as easy as just dropping in your existing process. I think it's important to take in consideration, the workflow of the warehouse. What are those robotic solutions really going to offer you from an efficiency perspective, and being flexible into changing your process around that automation. A lot to offer, but definitely some things to look out for.
Let's talk about the best approach, though, to robotics, because clearly there are a number of vendors in that space right now. So what are things that anyone needs to be considering when they are vetting potential vendors in that space? What would you say?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we look at vendors to see, are they addressing the problem in a little bit different manner? Do they have a different approach on things? Obviously, key and top of mind is always safety. Safety is the number one priority. So we want to ensure that automation, that robotics is going to be deployed in a safe manner, whether it's a collaborative robot or an industrial robot. We want to ensure as we're bringing that type of solution within our facility, we're doing it in the safest manner possible. So that's absolutely tip-top number one priority. Beyond that, we look at some other things that advantages robotics is it can really reduce the onboarding time to do a particular task. Especially some of these assisted picking robots. Many times in our industry, we have high turnover in positions, and be able to get somebody in, work with a robotic solution, and be up to performance is fantastic. And our associates love working around them. And I think we can't forget that. Our associates are our number one asset. And working around automation robotics, I think, gives them excitement in the workplace.
When you talk about safety, clearly you're talking about safety to the humans, which leads, to another term we hear, cobotics. Here we are talking about humans working in a collaborative manner with robots. So let's just drill down into that just a bit and talk about that, if you would. What do you say?
Yeah, absolutely. We within DHL deploy quite a number of cobots, thousands of them actually. And a cobot can really drive efficiency. In our results, we've seen, 1.8% times productivity increases, a dramatic reduction of onboarding time. Working with these collaborative robots, they present the work in an easier fashion, and I think they definitely have a place in the workplace within the industry for sure.
Let me ask you to, in effect, look into your crystal ball. Let's look down the road, maybe 5 years or so, and let's discuss what you see taking place in innovation in the warehouse and particularly in robotics. What would you say? What do you see?
I think absolutely. This is a fantastic space, exciting industry to be in. You look 5 years plus in the industry, many of these solutions that are here today at Manifest and other shows and coming out this year are going to continue to expand and grow. Specifically in our environment, I think that robotics will continue to play a larger and larger role in the workplace. It's not meant to replace the human operator or associates, which is key, but actually make them a lot more productive. In the future, I think these complex problems and edge cases will continue to be solved by these vendors. We already have solutions moving autonomous pallets, cobots, and different solutions. As the industry grows, it's going to continue to tackle more and more of these challenges.
Exciting stuff there. Now, Brian, it occurs to me that somebody viewing this today might want a little bit more information about DHL Supply Chain and what it's doing to optimize the operations of its clients. So walk us through that, if you would, for just a moment. What would you say?
Sure. So within DHL Supply Chain, we have a pretty structured approach to innovation. We have 12 key technologies that we drive from an innovation perspective. And we started this journey about 4 or 5 years ago and had tremendous success. So, in North America alone, we have over 1,500 go lives with these new technologies globally. We have over 5,000. I think that's one of the key advantages of DHL being a global customer and company, that we are able to collaborate across regions to bring in best of breed technologies to our customers and drive innovation through our supply chain, and our customers really benefit from that.
Great information there. In many ways, it seems to me that the warehouse of the future, of course, in some respects, is here today, and you're clearly helping your customers there. Listen, I know you're busy, but you found time to speak with us about this important topic. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
It's Brian Gaunt, DHL Supply Chain, speaking with us today about the warehouse of your future. Thanks for watching.